What's up, everyone? Scott the TroutHammer here, and you guys, you see this stuff? This has not stopped in 2 weeks. If you guys don't live in Oregon, we've had a serious flood going on. We had a lot of rain come in over the last week. I mean, a lot of heavy rain, just nonstop. And we also had the really snowy winter beforehand. So all of that compounded when we got the rain and the warmer weather, that the snow melt and all the rain going into the reservoirs just happened all at once, and they had to open the floodgates for almost all the reservoirs all at once. And the whole Willamette Valley is in a 10-year flood that's actually 13 years overdue. I used to joke with people saying I'm like the Starks of Winterfell. Instead of winter is coming, I keep saying floods are coming, and we finally got the flood that we're overdue for. I went to the river yesterday to try to do something, and here's a little bit of footage from that. This is actually the highest I've seen the water since we had our 50-year flood back in '96. So to give you guys an example here, the spot where Christian and I were bass fishing a couple weeks ago is about 15 feet under this part of the water right here. So where I live, within a 20-mile stretch of my home, there is the confluence of 4 rivers here in the Mid-Valley. There's the confluence of the Marys River, Santiam River, Lukiamute River, and the Calpuya River, which is right there on the other side of the stage. But yeah, long story short, I haven't had a chance to make any content in the last 2 weeks because of the floods. My birthday last weekend, and yeah, I did try to get some fishing in yesterday, but I got asked 5 times if I've caught anything before I even made my first cast, so let's not even get into that. That's a whole can of worms I want to leave unfished. But I got about half an hour before work today, and I'm gonna see if the fish are biting over at my usual stomping grounds. Now, we got some really dirty water, and it's up about a foot from normal. Ponds and lakes haven't been affected so much as the river has been, but high water, high dirty water like this in the spring actually provides a unique fishing opportunity that I'm gonna take advantage of for bass. So you can still catch bass during this time of year. You gotta use very specific setups for that, and that's what I've got rigged up today. So today we're rolling with squarebill, spinnerbait, swim jig, and the ultralight, because this is the Mid-Valley. You don't leave home without the ultralight. If I catch even 1 fish today, I'll be super happy. But before we even get into it, you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button down there, notify bell next to it, so you're gonna be the first to see all the great content that's gonna come from this channel. And when you guys subscribe, if your account link is on public and I can read your name, I'll give you a shout out in the video I recorded over the weekend. Yep, you saw me. There you go, guys. That's a fish. There you go, guys. That's unreal! Oh, this is such an awesome looking fish. Oh yeah! All right, guys, check that out. All right, first things first, as far as I'm concerned, if the bait fish are active, then our chances catching a bass go through the roof. So far, no good there, but let's try the squarebill. Nothing on the squarebill. I'm not ready to put down the crankbait just yet. I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna try a lipless crank. Another reason I'm sticking with the crankbait is the last one I was fishing, that squarebill, is a silent crankbait. This one's got the knockers in it. It's got this like magnetic rattles on either side. And this one I can sort of rip and jig. You know, the areas I've been casting through and retrieving through, I expect to run into some grass sometime, but apparently not. I'm letting this thing get down to like 7 feet deep. All right, I'll give this thing one more run, then I'll switch to the spinnerbait. Still no grass. That's actually really surprising. I'll tell you, definitely the nice thing about this setup is having this reel with the spinnerbait. 7.1 to 1 gear ratio. I only have to move it this fast to get those blades to spin. I also want to kind of run slow along closer to the bottom. Yeah, this is smooth and easy on the body. That was a bite. Something probably hit one of the blades. Well, I fished the spinnerbait for about another 15 minutes, no avail. I'm actually gonna call an audible with my setup here. Since we've got no grass, open water, and barely any wind, I'm gonna run a line through swim bait. You guys see that? That osprey thought my swim bait was a fish and took it. Yeah, one talon mark there. Suppose that's a boon to the realism. Those Savage Gear swim baits, they don't mess around. You get out of here. It's still circling above, waiting for it. Okay, maybe the swim bait's not such a good idea. You jerk. Well, guys, that's all I got time for in this trip. Didn't catch any fish, but I almost caught an osprey twice. Been a long time since I've seen that happen. Yeah, haven't really been able to make a lot of content last week, obviously, like I said, because of the weather, because of the flood situation, but also just time right now is just slipping away from me. I do have a bunch of review videos that I already have recorded. I didn't want to just bombard you guys with review videos. I wanted to get some fishing content in also. We got something special going on this weekend, so that's gonna be an interesting video. Stay tuned for that. If you guys don't want to miss that, if you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button down there, notify bell next to it, so you're gonna be the first to see all the great content that's gonna come from this channel. Also, let me know what you guys thought down in the comments below. Let me know if you guys have ever seen an osprey almost take your swim bait. Sound off. I want to hear how many people have either caught an osprey or almost caught an osprey. It's a lot more common around here than you think. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for hanging with me on this short trip before work, and as always, tips up, tight lines, and have fun fishing.